I'm conflicted, and I want to just say why.
Go ahead.
I'm not into sports
because he addressed it. But go on.
Yeah, I'm not into sports, but this came on my timeline, and me as a father, I understand how LeBron feel. But on the other hand, I understand what Stephen A is saying is that if you know your son is not doing good on the team and you're the leader of this team, you shouldn't be that sensitive if you're allowing, if you're allowing him to play. Of course, he said that we know you didn't tell the coach to put him in or whatever Steven said. But I do understand what Steven is saying. Like, if your son is out there and for some reason your influence got him on the team and he's able to play, he's up for scrutiny. He's up for ridicule. And to approach Stephen A. Smith and say, yo, leave my son out of it, I can't see Stephen A. saying anything bad about Bronny besides that he's not doing good and showing his average. I really feel that that's unfair. And it shows me that no matter how high you get there, no matter how high or successful you get on the ladder, there's still comments that may bother you and trigger you. So I'm in the middle of that. I'm dead in the middle because I wouldn't want nobody talking about my son, but I do understand what he's saying. Sometimes your son you need to hear that.
Okay, where does everybody else stand in the LeBron versus Stephen A. debate? Does everybody know what happened at the Knicks-Lakers game? Knicks-Lakers game the other night. LeBron came over to him after the game, looked like he had a heated conversation with him. And he stepped off. Some of the mouth readers out there said that it looked like that conversation was about Bronny. Stephen A. then went on First Take and addressed it. He said he said he didn't plan on addressing it, but the situation had gone so viral that he has no choice. He woke up to all these texts from executives and coworkers and his peers. I don't know that I agree with that, by the way.
He wanted to address it.
I don't know that you have to reply to something because it's so viral. And if people are of that belief, I think that should be reexamined.
Well, this is what he said. He said he can't repeat the words because they're not suited for FCC airwaves. But he said that he wasn't going to address it, but everything went viral. That wasn't a basketball player confronting me. That was a parent. That was a father. And I can't sit here and be angry or feel slighted by LeBron James in any way in that regard. He clearly took exception to some of the things that he heard me say, and he confronted me about it. And basically said LeBron's agent has his number and can call him if he wants to.
I'm on the side of Stephen A. in this one.
Me too.
Just because my job is to talk about sports, and it just so happens that your child is participating. I'm just doing my job. I'm going to talk about him. If he's doing good, we're going to talk about him. This is what happens. You used your name, you used your star power to get him here, and to a lot of people, he's not delivering. Meeting the standards, yeah, he's not meeting the standards. So, yeah, a lot of scrutiny is gonna come with that. LeBron caught scrutiny first year in the league just because of the name King James and all of the hype around him. When there's hype around something and it doesn't live up to the hype, people gonna talk. So now you've used your name to get your son here. Yeah, people were already against that move. So now if your son proves everybody wrong, we don't have this conversation. But unfortunately, he's proven a lot of people right. So they're going to point out, hey, we told y'all about him. They're going to talk about him. He's an athlete in the NBA. We talk about athletes.
All right. I hate to find myself on the exact opposite side of this. I'm on LeBron's side. I'm on LeBron's side with this.
Why? Do you think that Stephen A. takes the opportunity to be extra critical because it's LeBron's son?
I think all of the people that, let me not say all, I think a lot of the people that are critical of Bronny James, it's A, because of their relationship with his dad, or B, because it's a ratings chase. Bronny James, like everybody, if we at the card table, let's see everybody's hand for real. I don't want to hear that he's a player. I criticize players, so it's fair game. That's not true. There's not been another 56 pick in the draft that's been covered this way.
I see.
That's been critiqued this way. He ain't played enough to be critiqued. He's critiqued when he's not in the games.
I understand what you're saying.
And you're doing that because of ratings. The same way the NBA aired for the first time ever the second day of the draft because of ratings. The only people who should be up to evaluate Bronny James' game is A, his dad, B, the organization that drafted him.
Sure.
I don't want to hear about LeBron using his strings to get him drafted, because Bronny James, from what we've seen, is doing better than some of the people that were drafted after him. Well, all the people that were drafted after him, and some of the people that were drafted before him. So there are great basketball minds that are watching this kid and banking on some of the greatest genes in the world and one of the greatest teachers and players ever helping to develop this guy into an official NBA player. I don't want to hear y'all attacking him because of ratings.
They're attacking
Stephen A. don't with LeBron. He said that in his response. He continued to say, me and him don't necessarily see eye to eye on a few things.
Got it.
And it's been that way for some years. So if it's been that way for years,
Well, I got it.
I know that you do your job as it pertains to me. I'm one of the people that I've been faced with scrutiny long before my first NBA game. I've been probably the most scrutinized player in the history of the sport since early high school, when my games was on ESPN2 and all the Rapids was coming out. I invented this thing. That don't have to have nothing to do with my son. LeBron didn't do nothing that any other dad in the world wouldn't do for his kid.
I agree with that.
I agree with that part.
I agree with that part, 100%.
So if I'm doing what I'm supposed to do as a dad, and you would do it too, because you're a dad, everybody's a dad.
100%.
It's not for you to come and hide behind the guise of your job to use and manipulate my son's role to just attack certain things when it's not fair.
What's up, y'all? So first of all, I want to thank you so much for rocking with me. And the clip I just showed y'all, that was Joe Budden, Parks, Ish, and Queensflip from the Joe Budden Podcast. They decided to break down LeBron James stepping to Stephen A. Smith around, I would say 2 days ago, or maybe 1 day ago. Because, that clip is going viral. It's been going viral for the past couple of 24 hours. And I think that, Parks and Joe Budden, they gave an honest, opinion about LeBron James stepping to Stephen A. Smith. But, personally, I disagree with that, because at the end of the day, you are probably one of the greatest basketball players of all time. And even though you are that, you are still bothered by Stephen A.'s comments. And at the end of the day, you are a great player, but let's keep it a stack. Bronny James, he's not NBA ready. And if you are, subscribing to my channel, I've been saying this ever since that day when Bronny James was drafted. I said Bronny James is not ready for the NBA. And that doesn't mean that he can't be that in a couple of years, but as of now, he should be playing in G League for at least, I would say 2 years. Then he's going to be ready to step up to the plate and, possibly play in the NBA. So let me know what you think about this. Make sure to like, and subscribe. And I'll see y'all in the next videos.